his glory is for his one whole house, when they as living stones come together to repair the breaches caused by man and build his one spirit house and become one whole body of Christ again. So what is the work of the church, of the bride? Now, prior, before Messiah's return as the latter rain? Her work is to repent of her sin and repair the breaches in the walls of the house of Christ, to gather the stones together, to close up the breaches in the tabernacle of David, a house built for worship and prayer for men of all nations. Matthew 21:13, and to do the works of faith of the righteous, that the sinners come to Christ and salvation. This is our work. God bless you. Until next time.
Thank you for tuning in to Finding Grace in the Wilderness. You can access all Christy's teachings on her YouTube channel, Finding Grace in the Wilderness, and follow her on Facebook and Instagram.
Here we go. Welcome to week 12 of Football Friday, the hottest show on cable television. Unfortunately, it's going to be our last show of the season, but we have got a great show planned for you tonight. I'm your host, Chris Owens, and with me tonight, partner in crime, Jason, The Situation.
What's up, man? Back again.
Great to always have you here, Jason, and it's my honor, my privilege to introduce tonight the Football Friday Coach of the Year, Dalton High Head Coach, Kit Carpenter. Kit, thank you for being here tonight.
Hey, listen, it's great to be here.
You know, from all of us at the studio, I can say we really appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I know
sure,
this time of year it's very precious, so thank you very much for being here. We're going to talk about a lot of things for you tonight. We're going to get your thoughts, of course, on your first-round playoff matchup with Greater Atlanta Christian, NIL, the reclassification. We're going to talk to Preston Pogue tonight, playing for a region championship. But again, Dalton, you guys had a great season, 7-3. You were 2 quarters away from winning a region championship. Played the number 4 team in the state to a 21-21 tie at halftime. So very successful season. So congratulations for that. We're going to show you our scores. We're going to go to our highlights. We're going to go to our world championship game here later on. But now, Jason, assess the
Yeah, we got
situation.
Cedartown over Northwest 33-7, Snorville over Southeast 77-0, Adairsville over Cola Creek. Big game there. We were there tonight, 28-21. Central Carrollton over Heritage. It was a close one, 35-34. Bremen over LFO, 34-0. Ringgold over Gordon Lee, 21-7. Lafette over Ridgeland, 21-0. Rodmart 59, North Murray 7. Murray County with a big win over Gordon Lee. I'm sorry, I think that's Gordon Central 38-28. Fanning County 41, Haralson County 14. And of course, we got Kid here tonight. Dalton's on the bye, getting ready for a big playoff game coming up.
Yeah, the entire Class 5A. And let's hold that scoreboard just a moment. The entire Class 5A, Region 7 on a bye, Model on a bye, North Murray. Actually, tonight is playing, of course, Rockmart for that region championship. But a few scores to talk about. Caholla Creek needed to win to assure themselves a playoff spot. They're playing the region champion at Adairsville, so tough draw for them tonight. But again, you had Ringgold, Gordon Lee deciding a lot of things with a point differential there. Ringgold wins by 5 or less. Caholla's in. Unfortunately, they won 21-7 for Caholla's sake. So Heritage, I think Central scored late to pull that game out. Good ball game there. So there's our scores. So let's go now to our region standings, and these are current, up-to-date standings through the games tonight. I want to emphasize the top 4 teams in each region make the playoffs. We should have that up, our Class 5A. So there you go. With Class 5A, top 4 teams make it. We're going to talk to Coach about their matchup with Greater Atlanta Christian. You got Class 4A, top 4 teams make it. You got region standings and then the overall record to the right. We'll go now to our 3A, 2A. You got Adairsville, Bremen, Ringgold, Gordon Lee. Caholla just missed out there. Still a good season. Coach Carter. You got Class 2A, Rockmart, North Murray model, Fannin County in, and we'll go now to Single A. Bowden, the defending state champion in that Division II Class A, beat Mount Zion, so Christian Heritage will host a first-round playoff game.
That's good for them, for sure.
Good. So we're back. So, Coach, real quick, we're going to get into it more. You guys opening up next Friday at GAC. Touch on a few things there.
You know, GAC's had a great program for a long time, and you know, the only region loss they had was to Kell, and Kell's really a solid football team. GAC does a great job of throwing the football, running the football. Got a great defense, you know, as you would expect in the playoffs.
Right, absolutely. They throw the ball a lot. Of course, Dalton, you guys very balanced. Ethan Long's had a great year throwing the ball. London, Tanner outside. You've got Hernandez running the ball up the middle. Always play that Dalton defense. Jason, you got a few things to add?
Just going into that game next week, are you pretty healthy leaning into it?
We are. You know, we played 9 straight ball games, and when you play 9 straight, in the way that we play with the kids that we play, you're bound to get dinged up. But we've got such a great strength and conditioning program that our guys have been able to maintain what they've had and strengthen their joints so that we don't have the bummy ankles and the stuff.
We've seen that firsthand
That's
early
right.
in the mornings
That's
over
right.
there with you, giving some awards out. But I think we're about to go to a break here in about a few seconds.
We're
You got
going to go
anything?
to a commercial break real quick. When we come back, we're going to have our middle school coverage. We're going to go over to city scores, playoffs. Then we've got that big world championship that everybody's looking forward to seeing those highlights. So be back. More Football Friday in just a moment.
I'm Waylon. I live in Dalton, and I'm the owner of Elite Lineman Training Institute.
And I'm Mitch Sanford with Biltwell Bank.
When I left Georgia Power to start my own business, I met with Mitch and told him what we were doing.
I told Waylon, you're the kind of business we want to work with.
We have a very high standard for how we work as a company and especially how we treat our clients. After a very candid conversation with Mitch, we knew we were on the same page.
Today, we're working on several businesses, training and real estate.
Because they do the heavy lifting, so I can focus on my business. My bank is built well.
Why should you choose OptiLink Internet?
When I work from home, I need fast, reliable internet. OptiLink provides that with no hidden fees.
Our customers depend on us for great service and quality.
And that's why we chose OptiLink Internet.
As we serve the needs of our clients, we need reliable internet service. That's why I chose OptiLink as my hometown provider.
Some people say you can't get fast internet. I say, oh yes you can with OptiLink.
Experience the difference. Call today.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today we're here to discuss seafood, one of my favorite topics. We're here at the Juicy Seafood, conveniently located on Walnut Avenue in front of Walnut Square Mall. Juicy Seafood started off in Alabama, and they have spread all through the South because everybody cannot get enough of their food. They have their own unique seasonings exclusively to them that they make, and their food is made to order right there on the spot. They also pride themselves in their friendly staff, so if you're wanting something a little bit different, maybe you're tired of burgers, come try the Juicy Seafood.
How much is your home worth? Find out at ColdwellBanker.com with an instant estimate of your home's value.
Local expertise matters, and Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding our community home for almost 50 years.
Locally owned and operated with offices in Dalton, Ringo, Calhoun, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We are here to help. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, guiding you home since 1974.
Has a recent storm damaged the roof of your home? Altman Roofing has been restoring homes since 1984. In Dalton alone, over 2,000 roofs have been replaced by Altman. Altman Roofing will also work with your insurance claim. For a free 15-minute estimate for roofing, siding, or gutters, call 706-529-8136 or visit altmanroofing.com. You can also see their professional work on Facebook.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-thru set up behind the Oakwood Cafe so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Welcome back to Football Friday. We've got a great show planned tonight. We're going to talk about playoffs, NIL. We're going to talk about reclassification. Very happy to have Dalton head coach Kit Carpenter with us tonight. Coach, thank you. Got the situation doing his thing. So now we're going to touch real quick on Dalton City middle school scores, playoffs coming up. Tip our hat to George Wood. He's done a fantastic job feeding the pipeline. We should have those scores up here in just a moment.
Oh, they're behind us. That happens sometimes.
You know what? I thought Derek could put some hair on me.
I think it all landed on your face.
Let's see. We got Dalton 6th grade 36, Walton 0, Walton 7th grade 33, Dalton 7th grade 0. We got a big win by Dalton 8th grade. Dalton. I'm sorry, it's backwards. Dalton lost to Walton 38-25. We got Dalton 6th grade plays Laster at home, Sequoia. Dalton 7th grade in Cherokee, Dalton 8th grade. Right. And the semifinals 11-11 and 11-18 state championship.
That's right. And then we're going to go real quick to the playoff brackets for the middle school. Should have that up here in just a moment. Little playoff. You can see who's in, who's out. There's the 6th grade. Of course, you got Dalton in the top right. They're playing at Laster tomorrow at 1:30. That is tomorrow. We'll go to 7th grade. You got Dalton on the bottom left at home. That game is, of course, tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. And then the 8th grade, you've got Dalton again on the bottom left playing at home, 12:30. And I believe Dalton 7th and 8th, or 6th and 8th have one loss apiece.
They do, yeah. Now the 6th grade wound up playing in a little mini playoff because they tied for first place Monday.
Yeah.
And they beat up
North Paulding.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, and that's where they got the second seed there.
Yeah, Coach George Wood, thank you for providing that information to us. We're going to go real quick to the city power rankings. Should have that up for you just a moment. Dalton had a stranglehold on that all year. The middle school has had a phenomenal season. Again, Coach Wood done a great job there. Dalton at 1. So fantastic job there. So that leads us into the World Championship County. New Hope at Westside. We popped that scoreboard up real quick. This game was played on Wednesday.
Barn burner out there, 28-6 over Westside. We had a bunch of kids out there, a bunch of kids having fun, a bunch of family members out there. It was a great game.
It was a great game, yes, sir. And now we've got some highlights we're going to show. It was a great job with that. To thank Jim Cook for providing these highlights.
Yeah, he does a great job.
There's Jason.
That's Santiago, isn't it?
Yeah,
big kid there.
The people mover.
Seabass.
Working that right side for a touchdown. Dude, that's Trent Hartman with a touchdown.
Runs hard, man. Yeah. He ran hard all day.
And it was a chess match first half. Jason 6'6" at the half.
There goes. Now he's just a 7th grader there. He's a hard runner. Matter of fact, he told us to give him props when we left.
Yes. And again, this second half, Westside had a few turnovers. 2 on the kickoff that were costly.
Around the edge there.
Good, nice run. Seabass with a real nice run there. And there's the 7th grader.
He runs hard.
Feels like those pads good, doesn't he?
He does. This was a good interception here by New Hope.
That was Carter Collins with the pick.
Yeah, it was Carter.
Just before halftime. 6-6 at the half, and then the second half was all New Hope. They pulled away 28-6. There's Collins with a nice keeper on the left end.
That kid's got some speed. He hits the whole hard. There goes Santiago. This is a big touchdown here in the second half.
The number 1, Mecca Baker.
We're here today with Whitfield County middle school champion New Hope Grizzlies. Finished the year 7-1. Coach, congratulations with a great job, Coach. You guys played earlier in the year. Westside got you this time. You got a little revenge today with the championship. So the game was 6-6 at halftime. You guys rolled second half to a 28-6 final. So kind of talk about some of the adjustments you guys made at halftime.
We talked to our line about finishing our blocks, defense about running their angles, and everything else was taking care of itself at that point. There's a couple of things we need to fix up.
Absolutely. Jay Santiago had a big game, 2 touchdowns. You also had we got Sebastian Johnson, 2 touchdowns here. Chandler opened up big holes at our quarterback here. Carson did his thing. Situation, you got anything to add to that?
I just want to say, great job, guys. Go to Waffle House! They loved that. That was awesome.
That's great. And, we got to go to a commercial, but great. Congratulations, Coach Moore at New Hope, for winning the national championship. Coach Bingham, good season at Westside. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with more football.
Why should you choose OptiLink Internet?
I chose OptiLink because of the great local service.
We know computers, and OptiLink knows internet with high-speed symmetrical uploads and downloads.
My customers depend on me for safety and security, and I need fast and dependable internet. That's why I chose OptiLink.
Some people say you can't have fast internet. I say, oh yes you can with OptiLink.
Experience the difference. Call today, 706-529-1313.
Mariville Jewelers has been a family-owned and operated store since 1974. The only thing that has changed is our beautiful and elegant merchandise. Our staff works hard at staying up with all the latest styles and trends. We pride ourselves on having beautiful jewelry in all price ranges. Mariville Jewelers is known for its outstanding customer service and its quick turnaround on jewelry and watch repair. We are a full-service jewelry store. Come see us at Mariville Jewelers in historic downtown Dalton.
Whether you run a business, run your family's finances, or you're opening your first account, you need sound financial guidance from bankers who know you by name. Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you. Built Well Bank.
Hey Dad, the other day a customer told me that they thought we only do transmission repairs here.
No son, we are a complete automotive repair facility.
Yeah, I know. We can take care of brakes, tune-ups, AC, any other general repairs your car may need.
With locations in Cartersville and Dalton, come see us.
This way of life demands well-built equipment. Tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Hay tools born from the strength of our 100-year legacy. Durable sidekick utility vehicles that cover more ground at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. And comfortable, productive SSV skid steers. For all your farming needs, Kubota equipment is built right, built ready. Visit your local dealer today.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
Welcome back to Football Friday. You know, we've had a great start to the show. Middle school coverage is one of my favorite things this year we've added. But now we're going to get down to business. Playoff talk. We got playoff matchups. We're going to pop on the screen real quick for our area teams that made it. We're going to look at some of those matchups away, home, who's playing who, records. Should be coming up here just a moment. Of course, you've got Dalton at Greater Atlanta Christian. Greater Atlanta is located in Norcross. That game is Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Northwest at Stevenson, Ringgold, Wesleyan, Macon County Christian Heritage, and then South Atlanta, North Murray. So with that said, Coach, we're going to kind of get your breakdown assessment here, looking at Dalton, Greater Atlanta Christian. They're a very pass-happy team. Got a great quarterback led by Jake Stanton, running back Gianluca Tabera. Then they got three really good wide receivers. You were saying they have world-class speed.
Yeah, world-class speed. They're 4.4 and then a couple of 10.900 guys. I mean, they're super fast, and that quarterback can really put the ball on the money.
Right.
He does a great job. And then you got to worry about trying to stop those guys as well as trying to stop the running back. You know, he rushed for, I think, 1,100 yards.
Right.
You got to, you know, while they don't have a big, massive offensive line, they're super athletic. So they pull and do all the things.
What they do on defense?
You know, they got athletes in the secondary, and so they really put pressure on you. Blitzing-wise, I think they're a three-man front. And, you know, they did a good job of just kind of doing what they do.
Right. And we were saying during the break, this is not a one-year wonder. This team is there year after year.
They are. They were in the playoffs last year. I think they finished 5-5 a year ago. And their first-round matchup was Creekside. So, you know, that's kind of how it goes.
Tough draw.
It is.
Jace, you got a few things?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like going in this playoff game, what's some of the things you do to prepare? You're heading out. You got to drive down there, of course. Is there something you do? You keep your plan the same, or you?
I try to keep everything just about the same as we possibly can. And so whenever you travel to Atlanta, you've got to get the traffic into account. So you're either going to be really early or you're going to be a little bit late. And so we typically eat early. We'll leave down, and so we're kind of out on the front end of the traffic. We'll have a snack somewhere and just kind of get down there and ready to play.
Get them ready and keep them focused. That's what you got to do.
And, you know, as we discussed, quarterback Ethan Long has had a great year throwing the football to two. Well, really more than that, but London's had a great year. Bubba Tanner's had a great year. You've got
RJ Story.
Yes. Story's had a great year. Locke, Phelan at tight end, you know, two big bodies there. Adrian Hernandez has run the ball great this year, and you guys always play that good Dalton defense.
It is, but you know, our entire offensive line was back from a year ago, and we had a 2,000-yard rusher last year, but it all starts with the offensive line because we can run the ball effectively. Ethan can be protected, and he can throw the ball very efficient.
Sure. And, you know, one thing, not to shift gears, but a little bit of college recruiting, some of these guys at the next level. Anything you can share with that?
Well, you know, right now there's still coaches coming through. There was coaches here yesterday, yeah. And, you know, they're meeting with the guys, but this transfer portal is really making it difficult on a lot of kids, certainly a lot of kids from this area. You know, when you've got big-time recruit, you know, they're going to kind of get what they get. But when you've got really good players and really good athletes that are kind of on the bubble, you know, the colleges are looking in the transfer portal first and then. But, you know, it's starting to push kids down. And so what you're going to see is the FCS has become more competitive. Division II, Division III is going to be more competitive because kids got to go somewhere. And you can go there, do your thing, and then you got the opportunity to move on. I think Florida State signed a kid out of Shorter, big tight end.
Wow.
And so if you play somewhere and you really want to go big, if you ain't got it by now, it ain't going to happen this year. that doesn't mean you can't go on and play somewhere and show what you can do.
Well said. The college football landscape's changed before our very eyes. High school's doing the same thing. You adapt or die with the change, right? But again, to get back to Greater Atlanta Christian, what are some things you guys will do this week? Just kind of.
It'll be the same. I mean, our practice schedule will be the same. We'll do some different things with some of our younger guys to help kind of prepare them to really try to build some depth
Scout
out
team,
of them.
yeah, type deal.
Well, and just get some depth out of them, but also kind of prepare them for what it's going to be like a year from now.
Yeah. Coach, that's good insight, and we always appreciate hearing that from a coach speak from a coach's
Definitely from your
perspective.
point of view.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we want to hear your thoughts on NIL, some of your ideas there with that. So we'll be right back with more Football Friday in just a moment.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-thru set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
It was horrible. They were changing the sheets in Mother's bed at the nursing home. They left the bed rail down. She fell out and suffered a broken bone for days, and they never documented it. When I found out, I called Warren and Griffin. Warren and Griffin is the 5-star law firm that got us a 6-figure settlement without going to court.
I'm C. Mark.
I'm John Mark.
If you've been hurt, call us 529-HURT.
That's 529-4878. We are your local law firm.
I'm Waylon. I live in Dalton, and I'm the owner of Elite Lineman Training Institute.
And I'm Mitch Sanford with Biltwell Bank.
When I left Georgia Power to start my own business, I met with Mitch and told him what we were doing.
I told Waylon, you're the kind of business we want to work with.
We have a very high standard for how we work as a company, and especially how we treat our clients. After a very candid conversation with Mitch, we knew we were on the same page.
Today, we're working on several businesses, training and real estate.
Because they do the heavy lifting, so I can focus on my business. My bank is built well.
Why should you choose OptiLink Internet?
When I work from home, I need fast, reliable internet. OptiLink provides that with no hidden fees.
Our customers depend on us for great service and quality.
And that's why we chose OptiLink Internet.
As we serve the needs of our clients, we need reliable internet service. That's why I chose OptiLink as my hometown provider.
Some people say you can't get fast internet. I say, oh yes you can with OptiLink.
Experience the difference. Call today.
My car looks totally ruined. I don't even know what to do.
Locally owned Dalton Collision Center is the only choice when it comes to all of your auto body and refinish needs. Our experienced staff provides quality work from start to finish, will help with your claim, and even assist with getting your rental car. Everything from A to Z.
So you can focus on life, we can focus on getting you there.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
welcome back to Football Friday. It's great to have Coach Carpenter with us tonight. Thank you again, Coach. It's good to hear the inside stuff that us as fans don't hear
really
about,
great.
see about. We're going to talk now about reclassification, which has been a hot button topic. A lot of people waiting, anticipation the last few weeks for this coming out. Came out, I believe, Wednesday night. So we're going to throw a few local teams up. Some people may be aware of this. Some people may not.
Yeah, Dalton stays in 5A. Calhoun drops down to 3A from 5A. Heritage goes to 3A. Northwest drops down to 3A. Snorville 3A. Lafette stays in 3A. You got Southeast in 4A. Cola Creek down to 2A. Murray County 2A. North Murray 2A. Ringo 2A. LFO 2A. And then you got Christian Heritage Private 3A.
Yeah. Christian Heritage will play regular season in the large A class, and then for the playoffs, they will slide over into that private 3A down to single A for the playoffs, which is a little different. A couple other schools worth noting. Rome is in 5A, Cartersville 4A, Daresville 4A, Rockmart 2A, Cedartown 4A, Ridgeland 3A. So, Coach, any kind of thoughts on that with the reclassification?
Well, I think the biggest question that a lot of people have is like, well, how can some schools really move down? Well, part of that is the out-of-district multiplier. When 2 years ago when they did it, anybody that was out of district except for a teacher's kid counted 3 times.
Okay.
And now the out of district kid, if a kid's been in your district since before the 6th grade, they don't count against you, which is fair. I mean, they're not there. They're not transferring there for athletics, which is really what that's meant to capture. And so that's why you've got a lot of big movements. And we don't have a whole lot of out of district kids. We we don't. So.
Right. That's a good point. Jason, anything to add to that?
I know. I see it really mirroring like Cola Creek just drops down, but they're having basically the same team still in their division, and you're pretty much staying with Cartersville, right?
Well, Cartersville will be down in 4.
That's right. They are 4A. You're right.
Our current region will stay in 4. We're real close to the bottom of 5. But we've been in that region before.
Yeah.
They'll put Rome in there to keep us from being isolated. But if they stay to the right of 75, we'll be with the Paulding counties. Or if we go to the left, we'll be with the Cherokee
Sequoia
counties.
and stuff like that. Okay, I got you. So it gets confusing, but you explain it to me well like that. I like that. I like that explanation.
Yeah. So to add to that, Southeast is going to be what I was looking at. Brutal region.
Yeah, it'll be brutal. It looks like it'll probably be Cartersville. You got Cedartown now that'll be on their schedule. Daresville, and so there's a lot of good competitive teams really in 4A, and that's going to be a tough region.
Is there any thoughts that Dalton could appeal that to drop down to 4A?
We've been working on a reconfiguration, and it's been going on for a while. I'm not sure where we are on it, but if we do the reconfiguration, it looks like it really affects the numbers, then I'm sure we will appeal it if it warrants it.
Yeah. Now, the question a lot of people in North Georgia want to know, is there a chance of a future Northwest Dalton game in this series, a game? What's your thoughts there, Coach?
I would love to, but so what you got now, you've got the reclassification to go out, so everybody do their appeals next week. Then they'll set that in stone. Then they'll put them in regions, and then they'll argue about that. And so at that point, you'll see, well, hey, how many games do you need to pick up? Because you're only really guaranteed your region playoffs.
Right.
So like this past year, we had to pick up 5.
Okay.
And scheduling is no easy feat, certainly up here in this part of the state.
Sure.
But like with North Murray, I think they only had to pick up 2. So it really depends on how big your region is and how many games you got to pick up. But certainly Dalton Northwest is great for football, community, everything.
Community's a big gate.
Big gate for sure.
It's a game a lot of people would love to see come back and play. I know you kind of touched with Jason on the 75 split teams. What does your gut tell you? Who do you think will be in Dalton's region?
I really haven't looked at it that closely right now because we're still in this season. But probably Creekview, Sequoia, Rome, and then some other whatever's left in the Pauldings. So maybe East
West, North, South.
So there's so many of them.
Pick a direction.
Yeah,
exactly.
As the wind blows. That's great insight there. And it's always a hot topic for people to discuss. It's amazing how some schools go from 5A to 3A. But we'll see how it all shakes out next week when the region actually gets set. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll be back to talk about the NIL next. Stay tuned for more Football Friday.
Whether you run a business, run your family's finances, or you're opening your first account, you need sound financial guidance from bankers who know you by name. Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you. Built Well Bank.
Hey Dad, you know the other day a customer told me that they thought we only do transmission repairs here.
No son, we are a complete automotive repair facility.
Yeah, I know we can take care of brakes, tune-ups, AC, any other general repairs your car may need.
With locations in Cartersville and Dalton, come see us.
Why should you choose OptiLink Internet?
I chose OptiLink because of the great local service.
We know computers, and OptiLink knows internet with high-speed symmetrical uploads and downloads.
My customers depend on me for safety and security, and I need fast and dependable internet. That's why I chose OptiLink.
Some people say you can't have fast internet. I say, oh yes you can with OptiLink.
Experience the difference. Call today, 706-529-1313.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today we're here to discuss seafood, one of my favorite topics. We're here at the Juicy Seafood, conveniently located on Walnut Avenue in front of Walnut Square Mall. Juicy Seafood started off in Alabama, and they have spread all through the South because everybody cannot get enough of their food. They have their own unique seasonings exclusively to them that they make, and their food is made to order right there on the spot. They also pride themselves in their friendly staff, so if you're wanting something a little bit different, maybe you're tired of burgers, come try the Juicy Seafood.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
I got hit by a tree. I was enjoying a beautiful afternoon ride on my motorcycle when a dead tree from an apartment complex fell on me. I was really hurt. The insurance company refused to pay. A friend told me to call Warren and Griffin, and they proved negligence. Warren and Griffin is the 5-star law firm that got me a 6-figure settlement without going to court.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
If you've been hurt, call us 529-HURT.
That's 529-4878. We are your local law firm.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
Has a recent storm damaged the roof of your home? Altman Roofing has been restoring homes since 1984. In Dalton alone, over 2,000 roofs have been replaced by Altman. Altman Roofing will also work with your insurance claim. For a free 15-minute estimate for roofing, siding, or gutters, call 706-529-8136 or visit altmanroofing.com. You can also see their professional work on Facebook.
Maryville Jewelers has been a family-owned and operated store since 1974. The only thing that has changed is our beautiful and elegant merchandise. Our staff works hard at staying up with all the latest styles and trends. We pride ourselves on having beautiful jewelry in all price ranges. Maryville Jewelers is known for its outstanding customer service and its quick turnaround on jewelry and watch repair. We are a full-service jewelry store. Come see us at Maryville Jewelers in historic downtown Dalton.
All right, welcome back to Football Friday. Chris Owens, Coach Carpenter, the situation. We've had a great show tonight. We've touched on a lot of areas that's new to high school football, and we're going to do that again. We're going to discuss a little bit in depth the NIL, the name, image, likeness, which is new to the sport next year. It doesn't pertain just to football, but all sports. Georgia was the 30th state to approve that, which was kind of shocking to me that that many has already approved that. So, Coach, you want to kind of elaborate a little bit? I know there's a lot of gray still in this area.
There is, even though we've passed it, we've not gotten a whole lot of guidance out of the GHSA really yet, and I'm sure it's coming, as they get ready to go through their meeting. I think their main focus now is reclassification. But in that, a kid will be able to use his likeness, can't wear any school clothes or do anything at the school facility. It's really just about the kid. It can't even really be about what a great performance you had. And so there's some definite rules in there, but really what the young people need to understand now is, would anybody be willing to hire me to represent their company if this is what my social media looks like?
Yeah.
And so I don't want somebody to represent me that has that kind of stuff. So, any kid that I would imagine that would really like to find an NIL deal, which first thing they need to do is go through their social media and try to get rid of what they can get rid of.
Yeah, well said, and a great point. That stuff gets out there, it's there forever.
It is. Now, even though this NIL deal, now it could affect your NCAA eligibility depending on how it's structured.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that's going into it, and it's not just about, hey, I'm just going to go out here and sign money. I mean, you can work for anybody in high school, but this NIL thing will be a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. Jason, anything to add?
I think it would be a great thing, and I've seen it at the college level. Let's say, I don't know who we got out there on those things, injured force, for example. Just use that. What if they help a kid out, but he spreads the wealth and helps like a kid that's less fortunate or something like that? Is that something that's a good example, or do we even do that?
I don't know, because there is one. We can't have a collective.
Yeah.
In college you can have a collective. Everybody kind of chips in and everybody kind of pays it out. They did ban that, and so how is it going to? There's just so much guidance that's got to be established before you can really make a decision, because one thing you never want to do is give a kid advice that would affect his eligibility.
Right.
True.
And so you got to be really, really careful. And we're very fortunate in Dalton Public Schools that we've got people that know it, that'll understand it, and will be able to direct us.
That's good. Very good.
Yeah, and I see with the NIL passed by a vote of 66-9 a couple of weeks ago, NIL deals cannot be linked to a specific achievement or performance, and athletes won't be allowed to use their school's names, logos, or uniforms or intellectual property. So, again, it leaves a lot of gray area that hasn't really been guidelines set yet.
That's right. Well, listen, the situation is open. He's not bound by any of those GHSA rules. He's ready. So,
he's a free agent.
He is a free agent.
I'm a free agent.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. Practice.
So, right. Anything else to add to that, Jason, on NIL?
No, I mean, I think kids hit it right on the nail. You got to be careful what you do in social media. I mean, it's out there. There's people. Matter of fact, I'm not going to get into it, but somebody got me on Facebook the other night with something. I deleted it right away. I mean, you got to be careful with what happens, man.
Yeah, you do. And I'm curious who's going to be the first one to sign in this area. What business entity will be the first to pay someone? It's going to be interesting, and not only just football, but basketball, golf, tennis.
Yeah, where I don't really understand, like in high school, you can go to work for anybody.
Yeah, you can.
You can go work at Kroger's and bag, but it's not, so does that mean you're just getting paid to not really work, just represent? So who knows?
Yeah, it's different if somebody rolls up and gives the quarterback a Bronco, a car or something, a brand new Cadillac or something.
Good point. I tell you, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go through segment 6, some of our sponsors, some stats, go back to the scoreboard. So stay tuned for more Football Friday.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season.
Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
How much is your home worth? Find out at ColdwellBanker.com with an instant estimate of your home's value.
Local expertise matters, and Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding our community home for almost 50 years.
Locally owned and operated with offices in Dalton, Ringo, Calhoun, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We are here to help. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, guiding you home since 1974.
My car looks totally ruined. I don't even know what to do.
Locally owned Dalton Collision Center is the only choice when it comes to all of your auto body and refinish needs. Our experienced staff provides quality work from start to finish, will help with your claim, and even assist with getting your rental car. Everything from A to Z.
So you can focus on life, we can focus on getting you there.
Thank you.
Thank you, North Georgia. Gracias, North Georgia.
We appreciate you, North Georgia.
I'm C-Mark. I'm John Moore. Like the Georgia Bulldogs, we're number one.
Thank you, North Georgia, for voting us number one 6 years in a row.
If you're hurt and want the best,
give us a call. We'll do the rest.
Have you been told it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks to repair your transmission?
Hogwash, not here at Transformers Transmission.
We've got most of your domestic transmissions in stock and ready to go.
All back with a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Come see us.
Whether you run a business, run your family's finances, or you're opening your first account, you need sound financial guidance from bankers who know you by name. Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you. Builtwell Bank.
Has a recent storm damaged the roof of your home? Altman Roofing has been restoring homes since 1984. In Dalton alone, over 2,000 roofs have been replaced by Altman. Altman Roofing will also work with your insurance claim. For a free 15-minute estimate for roofing, siding, or gutters, call 706-529-8136 or visit altmanroofing.com. You can also see their professional work on Facebook.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
All right, welcome back to Football Friday. A lot of great information, Coach. Thank you for sharing that with the NIL reclassification, playoff matchups. Good insight there. We're going to go real quick to our OptiLink scoreboard. For those just getting home tonight, we can get some recap.
Yeah, Cedartown with a big win over Northwest, 33-7. Snorville 77, Southeast 0. Adairsville 28, Cola Creek 21, Central Carrollton 35, Heritage 34, Bremen 34, LFO 0, Ringo 21, Gordon Lee 7, Lafette 21, Ridgeland 0, Rockmart 59, North Murray 7, Murray County 38, Gordon Lee 28, and Fannin County 41, and Haralson County 14. Of course, Dalton was off. They got a big region matchup next week for the for the playoffs. They're headed to the state playoffs. A big matchup with Greater Christian. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, and that's actually Christian Heritage on the bye this week, not North Murray, but Christian Heritage on the bye. We're going to go down to some of our sponsors that make the show possible, starting with Pizza Hut.
Here we go, guys. Pizza Hut.
3 locations, Dalton, Chatsworth, Ringgold. Pizza goes great with football. Pizza goes great with anything. Got 10 Cup Creek, teaching champions one lesson at a time. 706-934-9786. Got First Guard Fence of Dalton. Call Jason Patterson
chain link, wood, aluminum, vinyl. Let's go.
Get it done. Now, with that said, we're going to go to our Fan of the Week. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. This is one's very special tonight.
All our guys here, baby. Hey, a tremendous thank you to the Dream Team, Kyle Presley, production manager, Clemencia Villaforte, production operator, Grant Harris, production assistant, for all your hard work behind the scenes. The show would not be possible without you, and I mean that. We greatly appreciate what y'all do. And Kyle, hey, happy anniversary, baby.
The show ends at 12. He'll be in his car on the way home at 12:01. I know I would.
I'm going to run my Krispy Kreme and get some dessert.
Hey, thank you guys very much for all you do. The show would not be possible without you guys behind the scenes. So we're doing all the dirty work, the heavy lifting. So thank you very much for all you do. That leads us into our Defensive Player of the Week, or actually for last week.
Yeah, congratulations, Northwest Bruin linebacker, number 30, Dominique Johnson. Man, he played a heck of a game. Our Football Friday Defensive Player of the Week. Dominique wreaked havoc all over the field last week. Tremendous asset for the Bruins. Thank you, Buck and Burrito. Support all season. And thank you, me, the situation for presenting it. He does play great, and his brother played great in the middle school championship, too.
Yeah. Well done. Mr. Johnson, great game. That leads us into the situation. Who's your player tonight, buddy?
Player tonight, I'm going to go with Coahulla Creek, Keith Collins. He played a great game tonight, coming up supporting the run. Had to make a lot of tackles. When you make a lot of tackles at safety, it's feast or famine there. You're making them deeper. You're making them up on the line of scrimmage. So great game, Keith.
Yes. Keith's great athlete on the field. He's a great kid off the field.
Yeah, he is a great kid.
Fantastic. So good job there. So you'll be at Coahulla next week to present him with that?
I'll get up there probably about Thursday.
Our last one of the season. Well, you blink and went fast.
It did, man.
I'll tell you real quick before we go to commercial, just some of our individual passing leaders here. Ethan Long finished 4th in the state with a little over 2,400 yards. Gavin Knuckles finished 15th in the state, right at 2,200 yards. Skylar Williams, 22nd in the state. And you got Jack Stanton, we're going to see next Friday night, 34 in the state in passing with almost 1,900 yards. Judson Petty came in 3rd in the state in receiving. He did lead Class 2A. Rushing, Adriel Hernandez-Dalton, 36 in the state rushing, right at 1,200 yards. And then you got Gianluca Tiberia at Greater Atlanta. Again, we're going to see next Friday night, 39th in the state. They'll be going to commercial break. We're going to hold here. Skylar Williams came in 65 in the state in rushing, and I believe the only player to finish with over 2,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. Quite an accomplishment. That came up just a little short tonight against Rockmart, but North Murray will host a playoff game this coming weekend against South Atlanta, who comes in at 5-5. So with that said, we're going to go to commercial break and come back with some special thank yous before we wrap up the season.
Whether you run a business, run your family's finances, or you're opening your first account, you need sound financial guidance from bankers who know you by name. Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you. Built Well Bank.
Hey Dad, you know the other day a customer told me that they thought we only do transmission repairs here.
No, son, we are a complete automotive repair facility.
Yeah, I know. We can take care of brakes, tune-ups, AC, any other general repairs your car may need.
With locations in Cartersville and Dalton, come see us.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with Gathered Goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
This way of life demands well-built equipment. Tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Hay tools born from the strength of our 100-year legacy. Durable sidekick utility vehicles that cover more ground at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. and comfortable, productive SSV skid steers. For all your farming needs, Kubota equipment is built right, built ready. Visit your local dealer today.
Has a recent storm damaged the roof of your home? Altman Roofing has been restoring homes since 1984. In Dalton alone, over 2,000 roofs have been replaced by Altman. Altman Roofing will also work with your insurance claim. For a free 15-minute estimate for roofing, siding, or gutters, call 706-529-8136 or visit altmanroofing.com. You can also see their professional work on Facebook.
It was horrible. They were changing the sheets in Mother's bed at the nursing home. They left the bed rail down. She fell out and suffered a broken bone for days, and they never documented it. When I found out, I called Warren and Griffin. Warren and Griffin is the 5-star law firm that got us a 6-figure settlement without going to court.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
If you've been hurt, call us 529-HURT.
That's 529-4878. We are your local law firm.
Welcome back to Football Friday. I think we've had a fantastic show tonight. Coach, I can't say again, thank you enough for being here with us. Everyone at the studio, we appreciate you and your time, so thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Is there anything you'd like to add about your team, upcoming game, your fan base?
No, I mean, you know, it's going to be a great time. I mean, it's the playoffs, and we need as many people to go down. And certainly our student body, who's done a heck of a job all year for us, really get them set up and let's get them down there and really celebrate these kids as they go down there.
I tell you,
make the playoffs.
Jason and I were at several games this year. The Calhoun game was special at Harmon. I love the entrance. You guys came through the stands. I know that got the crowd electric. So it'd be nice to see a red at Norcross Friday night.
Absolutely.
You know, real quick before we break, several people I'd like to say thank you to this year. Of course, it starts with station owner Connie Hall. Thank you very much, Miss Judy Elliott, for all that you guys do. Jim Cook, 81 years old, gets out and still videos games for us, which is fantastic. Our production team, Kyle, Clemency, and Grant, thank you guys for everything that you do for making this possible. Got to thank my wife for letting me out of the house.
I can't believe she did that.
To come down here. You know, a few times I've told her I was going to the store, and I just hope she's asleep when I get home. She don't even know I'm down here. But thank you, Brittany, for allowing me to do this. She knows how much I love this show and how much it means to me. Brandon Brown at Dalton, for your highlights you've done for 20-plus years. Dwayne Maynard at Northwest. Did you pay the power bill, Jason? Dwayne Maynard at Northwest for sending us. He's done that for almost 15 years. Chris Carlson, Sinsby Stats. Ty Moreland, Sinsby Stats. Biltwell Bank, OptiLink, North Georgia Toyota, Pizza Hut, of course, Buck and Burrito, 10 Cup Golf, and First Fence Guard of Dalton. Thank you guys for all your sponsorship. It's very special. It means a lot to us. Jason?
I tell you, I've had a great time. I've had a great time tonight. I've had a great time going to all these games, presenting these wonderful kids that dedicate what they do to play football, man. It's a tough sport. It's a Ironman sport. You deal with injuries. I mean, I saw a bunch happen tonight, but I commend the kids and the coaches for what you do, Kit, and all you coaches out there that I met over this year. And I've had a great time. Let's do it again next year, man.
Hey, I talked to your agent a few weeks ago. You're signed through at least next year.
Thanks
and
for
you
that,
know,
man.
Some of these young kids, these millennials may not know Coach. Coach, don't get mad for me bragging on you. I know you're a humble man. Coach was Georgia Class 3A Defensive Player of the Year, 1992. Coach was the man, played 4 years at NC State. So, of course, 20 years defensive coordinator at Dalton High. You've done a great job with the program. It's only going up and up. We're all proud of you. You've done a great job, a very successful season at 7-3. We're going to get that win next week and move on to probably Creekside.
Keep rolling.
I appreciate it. We will do what we can.
Yeah, we're going to do this again next year too.
Absolutely.
Jason, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just, had a great time, and let's go Big Red.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've still got a few minutes to talk about anything else coming up. You know, your senior class, how deep is that this year?
We got 11.
11 senior class?
But all 11 contribute. And, it's really a special group of kids.
Right.
We only play probably 15 kids because that's how talented they are. Had this group was just on offense, it could very easily be the top offense we've ever had.
Right.
Or if they were just on defense, it'd be the top defense we
Right.
ever had. But they're really, really a special group.
Right. And then the pipeline coming up, we we talked about during the break.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Woods has done a fantastic job, not just building kind of the feeder program for football, but it's softball, it's wrestling, it's basketball, and it's about getting kids involved in some type of extracurricular activity. And so, we've got 126 kids, I think, in the 6, 7, 8, and there's another 125 kids just in our feeder program in Little Cats. And so Coach Woods has done a fantastic job of just getting kids involved in something.
Right. Yeah, and that speaks volumes. So we're going to have to wrap up the show. Jason, anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to commend all the parents out there that get their kids in the program that he's talking about and keep promoting football around the area for that matter.
Absolutely. And Coach, thank you very much, man.
Absolutely, man.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
I love this show. We're going to be back next year bigger and better than ever.
Let's bring it.
Thank you for your support. Have a great night.
Georgia News Now. I'm Judy Elliott. Coming up in local news, Pamela Cudd, the Executive Director of the City of Refuge here in Dalton, is here to speak in the studio about the NASCAR Foundation's 2023 Betty Jan France Humanitarian Award and how the City of Refuge on Sandy Stanley is one of this year's finalists. Pam will tell us how we can all vote to help the City of Refuge win $100,000 from NASCAR for area children. Plus, the Dalton Fire Department will conduct live fire training activities at 2 houses near the Christian Heritage School campus this week and next. Murray County voters will decide whether to renew SPLOS and eSPLOS. Georgia Insurance and Safety Fire Commissioner John F. King urges all Georgians to change their smoke alarm batteries this weekend when we move our clocks back an hour to make the end of daylight savings time. And later, we'll share WDNN's community calendar. But first, here are the obituaries.
Finicky feline? Here at Dalton Veterinary Practice in Kitty Corner, we have a unique cats-only waiting area that'll take some stress off of your trip to the vet. Our office has a completely separate waiting room for both dogs and cats. We are conveniently located on Cleveland Highway. We offer wellness and urgent care appointments for both dogs and cats, Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 5, and Wednesday through Friday from 8 to 8. Call 706-281-4770 to make your appointment today.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today we're here to discuss seafood, one of my favorite topics. We're here at the Juicy Seafood, conveniently located on Walnut Avenue in front of Walnut Square Mall. Juicy Seafood started off in Alabama, and they have spread all through the South because everybody cannot get enough of their food. They have their own unique seasonings exclusively to them that they make, and their food is made to order right there on the spot. They also pride themselves in their friendly staff, so if you're wanting something a little bit different, maybe you're tired of burgers, come try the Juicy Seafood.
Do you have a new home project? Come to West Yellowknife. We've been providing doors, windows, flooring, and unfinished cabinets for 4 decades. We have new, unique, and exclusive items weekly at a price you can afford. Let our friendly staff assist and point you in the right direction. West Yellowknife, conveniently located right off of I-75 at 2226 Chattanooga Road, Dalton, Georgia. Come let us make the job easier and make your dream home complete.
Are you searching for your dream home? Look no further. Introducing Sean Wallen, your dedicated and trusted realtor, ready to help you find the perfect place to call home. Imagine waking up to breathtaking views, luxurious living spaces, and a neighborhood that suits your lifestyle. Sean Wallen understands that your home is your sanctuary and goes above and beyond to help you find your dream home.
Call me today at 706-609-9197 and allow me to unlock the door to your dream home.
Turn your real estate dreams into an exciting reality.
I am Sandra Stanley, and I volunteer at the City of Refuge. Almost 10 years ago, I heard about it, and I heard that they brought busloads of children in to feed them, and I wanted to be part of that. The City of Refuge provides food, provides clothing when needed, housing, too many to name, really, what the City of Refuge in Dalton, Georgia does for this community.
We work with moms and their children and help them to regain their hope, regain stability, give them purpose, and give them the opportunity to be self-sustaining and have a good future.
Hola. 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 Are we dancing? Huh?
We also meet their emotional needs as well by providing support group services, life skills classes, educational classes at no cost to them. We serve 4,500 units of service per month.
We're able to provide food services to those who can't make it to the food.
You guys ready to build some boxes? Let's go. Let's go.
We bag these food items up and we deliver those to the community about twice a week. There's no shortage of need in community these days, and not just in Dalton, but around the country, around the world. And the lines for needs are not shrinking, they're only getting larger.
It's a blessing to the people that City of Refuge serves. It's also a blessing to the people that get to be here serving people, because we wouldn't have an opportunity to do that.
I'm a mother of 5 children, and I come here to take classes. I really love this place. They're the best. They help a lot of families and people that needs help.
Well, Sandy is absolutely one of the most giving, dedicated people I have ever met. She was a single mother of 6 children, so she knows the struggles that these mothers deal with. The mothers love her, the children love her, the community loves her, and the City of Refuge loves Sandy.
What do I get out of it? Oh, the love. The love for these little kids. That's what I get out of it. When those little kids hug you, that's priceless. Just priceless.
Well, I'm sitting here now with Pamela Cudd, and Pamela is the Executive Director of the City of Refuge here in Dalton. Pamela, thank you so much for coming out and spending some time with me.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
I am so excited. As everyone knows, we just saw the video, and a great opportunity for our community to receive a $100,000 grant, right?
Yes, absolutely. Very exciting.
Tell me about how we vote and how all this happens. What do we do first?
Well, it's very important that we recognize that this is for our community, and we at City of Refuge applied for these funds several months ago, and we nominated one of our very faithful, dedicated volunteers that's been with us for years, who is an avid NASCAR fan. And that was one of the qualifications to apply for the funding, and also to provide services for families and children, which we do on a daily basis. And we made it to round 4, so we are one of 4 agencies that have been chosen nationwide to receive these the funds, and we're the only one in the South. So it's not just important for us to vote for our community, but we are the only agency in the South that was chosen as a Final Four recipient. And the way we win is we have to vote. It's by popular vote of who has the most votes at the end of this competition. And the last day to vote is November the 17th. So we can all vote one time per day, per person. We have to vote for our nominee, which is Sandy Stanley, and we can vote each day until November the 17th.
Right. So you're voting for the volunteer that you selected, but the funds go to the City of Refuge.
Right.
For the grant. Is wow. That's exciting. Now, can anyone that's watching this vote, call in and vote?
Absolutely. We want everyone to vote. You can go online and vote. You can either vote from your laptop, from your phone. You just go to NASCARfoundation.com, or you can use the QR code that is actually on the video. But you can go to the City of Refuge Facebook page, City of Refuge Dalton Facebook page, and the link is also there as well. We have a lot of businesses and churches in the community that have the flyers, that have that QR code on. But even if you don't have the QR code, just go to NASCARfoundation.com. Immediately when you pull up that website, you can do it again on your phone or on your laptop, on your computer, and it will immediately pull up an option to vote. It's so important to vote for our nominee, Sandy Stanley, because those funds will go to our community, which will go through City of Refuge. And the funds, what we are going to use the funds for is to finish out and complete the Education Center and Workforce Development Arena at the City of Refuge campus, which will benefit so many families and individuals in this area.
Right. And the City of Refuge, if you